That's awesome.
Just making sure I'm Doctor Strange in you.
That's exactly what I was thinking, actually. That arcane swagger.
Swing through your city like my name was Peter Parker, and you know how I do. Yeah, you know we're wild and party. Menage a Twizzle with night shizzle, Selena Kyle, Felicia Hardy, huh? That's the pussy I like, yeah, it puts me in the zone. Imagine living my life adamantium bones, and you back off me, bub, or I'm popping them things. And they stay up on the grizzy, stacking Bruce Wayne change. I mean Bruce Wayne money, stacking Bruce Wayne money. Bruce Wayne money, stacking Bruce Wayne money, and you know we custom fitted, looking Tony Stark fresh. Got a mean red head, double D's on a chest.
Face it, Tiger, yeah, you just hit the jackpot.
Riding real clean, keep $1 million in the stash box. Mashing with this hustle, cause nothing's off the juggernaut. Known to murder beats, you can call me Cletus Cassidy. Wait, how about Kaiser, cause I live amongst the savagery. Thanks for tuning in, it's about that time. Johnny V, Scholar, and your dude Tom Devine. How to show up on the internet, I'm just being honest, man. Hit him with the catchphrase, yeah, we keep it coming.
Hey everyone, it's a comic book. Look, we're operating on those fall 2016 hours, you guys. So who are we? It's been so long, but we actually have a very dynamic show for you. We're keeping it true to the roots tonight. But, as with all shows, we gotta hit them up with that introduction. Of course, you guys, it's your boy John DeMann. It says so on my shirt.
Johnny boy!
Got that certified gear. And of course, you guys, co-host extraordinaire, co-CEO. We got Tom, a.k.a. Highlander. There can be only one. Any other ponytailed nerds out there get their head cut off. Bam. No, I'm just kidding.
What's up, guys?
Tom gets along with everyone.
You goddamn right I do. Everybody's
Yeah.
my friend. And until you do me wrong, then I never am your friend again. But
Highlander
you know
love.
what? That doesn't happen very often. Oh, John, it's so nice to be here.
What?
Issue 150, bringing it back to the original duo.
Dynamic
I mean,
duo.
if you watch the show lately, you can tell Sergeant America's trying to take over my position. And I've never even wanted him on the show. I don't even like him very much. And all of a sudden, oh, he's doing a show with John, doing a show with Ken. Oh, call me Tom. You know, all these things. And it's just like, dude, I'm the Tom of the group. You're the Sarge. Just kidding, Sarge. Actually, speaking of Sarge, you know, I let him down recently. He helped me paint my house. And I
didn't let him down.
I did. And so this is my big apology to the Sarge, but also I want to let the viewers know on 150 how unreliable I can be sometimes. So he helped me paint my house. It's a great friend.
Yeah.
I mean, he's came to my birthday, shown up unexpectedly with awesome gifts. He's always there, always
Saving the Midwest.
Saving the Midwest, and he joined our comic book group,
Yep.
which has made us so happy. And all I needed to do was watch his cats, and for 2 consecutive weeks, I just didn't put it. I just put it off, and then when I finally wanted to, he was like, "Fuck you, dude! I already took care of it because you didn't get back to me, and you're terrible at communicating." And so,
Not like that.
yeah, he didn't say that, but you know that's what he should have said. And anyway, Sarge, I love you.
Wow.
Don't leave a comic book look over this. But anyway, guys,
That was deep.
let's break out of that. It's issue 150, John.
150.
Can you believe we've been going for that long?
No.
I can.
It's
We've had
kind
a
of
great
awesome
time.
because, like, you know, you recently, on Facebook, you guys, Tom posted this picture of us from 4 years ago when we went to go see Batman live in Sioux City, which is less cool than Sioux Falls is.
Yeah,
But
somehow.
the show was fun. It was fun, you know, and it was
Yeah.
just cool to get to see a different
like
Midwest crowd.
A Broadway
I guess.
version of...
Yeah. And it was
funny.
fun. Yeah.
It was good.
So the fact that had a 4-year stamp on it and that show is still going strong during that time means that we've been going way more than 4 years, way more than 5 years, I think. So I've kind of lost track. The way I tell now is I literally go to YouTube and go to episode 1
and then
see how
it
it's been. Yeah. So Google really just does that brain power for me.
Agreed. I do the same thing when I need to know. And also, it's like, you're saying 5 years, you only put out 150 episodes. Well, I mean, that's not technically true either.
Yeah.
we've probably had another 50 episodes on top of there that we just didn't issue as issues, and we've wanted to, you know, we got these bomb new shirts for issue 150, a new logo, want to have a nice new opener, and so we kept on just postponing it and not calling them issues and still putting shit out. So, you know, 150, trust me, guys. We've been putting in work. Even if you don't see me all the time, you still see somebody popping up. Exactly. Usually John. And he's holding it down for the crew.
Yeah, dude. It's the channel, you guys, seriously has been just going through this cool metamorphosis. But I actually, you know, like we took the last few weeks off or whatever, but when you sit back and then you think about YouTube and you think about comics, the first thing that comes to my brain is a comic book because I've been doing it so long that it's just like, it's a way of life, you know? Totally. But no, it totally is. And so with that, it's exciting to circle the wagons, get back with it. You know what's funny is usually in some of our shows, like if you guys hit up the 90s to the early 100s, I'm usually trash by now and I'm very boisterous. So it's really funny that I have like this stick up my ass, just like issue 1. You know what I mean? You know what I mean though?
Just like, bringing it back,
I was like, well, hello, I'm so well spoken.
Yes, please let me tighten my tie for this episode.
And I was totally like 50 pounds less. But I mean, you know, it's neither here nor there.
You look way sexier now. I mean, come on.
Shirt though.
Look at that shirt, those glasses, that hat. You got swag and attitude for days.
Oh man,
man, come on.
But you know, it's so funny. But we actually do have a sweet show planned for you tonight. We're excited to kind of just get back into stuff here at our own pace. And I will say one thing though is that for a while there I was like read, and then I was like show. But lately, this past 2 months, I don't know how you guys are as readers. I'm usually backlogged by at least 2 to 3 weeks on reads.
Yeah, I mean, hey,
like I'll buy them and then they sit there. And I'm like, I don't have the energy when I get home from work to read. It sucks.
Yeah, and that at that point, you do need to start cutting titles a little bit too, man.
Yeah.
I don't know how many are, but yeah, I mean, I've been on that too. Where I don't buy a lot. I buy 3 monthly issues, and those 3 monthly issues are late all the time.
Yeah.
So it's not even all the boy monthly. But I do still read. I've been getting books from... I just recently read the first 6 volumes of Monster, and that was really awesome, which I've covered here in the past like 4 years ago, but I only read the first 2 books. So I restarted and read those 2 and then read an additional 4. It only gets better and better, and it was completely awesome, where that was just from the library, they're back at the library. Yep. So I'm still getting my nerd game down, but I am not like issue 40, you know, we're dropping 50 or 70 bucks like a week. Yeah. You know, easy, both of us, hands down. And it's just not like that anymore. Wow. And also, I love comics and always will, though. It's just that I got 3 fucking kids now. I wish they were all gone. I don't want any of them. I play a lot more video games than I used to. And you know what? I don't need to make excuses, though, because I still do read comics.
Yeah, you're still holding it.
And I still will always love it. It just that our episodes have changed a lot, where before we did cover individual specific books. Yep. Which I'm excited to do today.
Yes.
We're going to bring it back to the original kind of shit we used to do. And no more better title than the original. What are we talking, Johnny boy?
We are talking, you guys got to do your research, warm up those engines. The title of the first issue pertained to Thunderbolts. And so with that, we're actually doing what we needed to do for this issue and bring it back to Thunderbolts. But we're not talking just about, the 90s run. We're bringing it today's run versus the 90s run. So we got a little bit of both for you. I pulled issues 1 through 5 of both lines, and we had a chance to sink our teeth into them and just kind of see what we thought of it. The original line, I have a very big place in my heart for. You guys saw me meet Kurt Busiek. You heard him call me a bad person. It was amazing.
You loved it?
But my God, I got my book signed.
Yeah, dude. What did the first run go? How many issues do you remember?
Dude, it was in the 170s or something.
I want to say that too, because
because it turned into Dark Avengers, which was bad. Yeah.
Was it the first comic we did was that issue 159, I want to say.
159 or 158 or 154 are the 3 that come to mind.
Yeah, so I can't remember exactly, but I remember right around that time, you had already loved the Thunderbolts because you like fucking people that are bad. Yeah. You like villains. Yeah. And so I never really read that much of Thunderbolts before. Sure, heard of them and knew about them. Yeah. But then, you went deep and just. I bet you almost have the full run now.
I do.
Yeah, you do have the full run. Yeah. So I mean, I read a bunch of those comics and I straight fell in love with those characters before it turned to Dark Avengers. I mean, that was such a fun time.
Yeah.
And so it is exciting that they are bringing that they restarted it. It's new, and now we can see the comparison of where it was then and compared to where it is now.
Yep.
Where do you want to start? Where should we start with that? Let's start with the old books.
Yeah.
Okay.
So let's talk old.
So as you can see, John has a couple firsts, couple number ones. This one's signed, it looks like.
Kurt Busiek.
And this one just is pretty.
The second printing. It's on pink, pretty in pink.
So of course he has to have both.
Yep.
And so the characters, some of them stick around, some of them are different.
Yep.
Basically, I mean, definitely the leader is different.
Yes.
That has a big play in it. But how did you feel reading the first one? Did it bring back memories of this run?
So the new number one. Mm-hmm. Yep. So with that, the new number one, it's very difficult because if I say the wrong thing, all you passionate Tbolters out there are going to crucify me. But I will say that there were notes that took me back to it, and what I mean by that is just some of the dialogue that you experience in the new number one. The characters still have that I'm a villain at heart kind of swagger to them, like just real, I don't give a shit about anybody around me, I'm in this for me, that kind of mentality. We're a team only because of circumstance, that kind of stuff, and I love that they maintain that. Looking at a character like Moonstone, who went through the Dark Avengers piece with Norman Osborn, stayed true to the character, it was awesome. And some of the earlier Thunderbolt ones leading up to that, she equally was just like that bitch. Like, she was awesome and just knew who she was as a person. She's not a nice person, and she gets what she wants, and that's what she's always pushing for. So what I like is continuity, and that is a cool character that has really held her own since Thunderbolts issue 1, the first run, all the way up to current. So I think that's really impressive.
I agree with you completely. Moonstone, out of the new, from remembering the old run, which I haven't read in a while, but I did just get to read the first couple issues of this new run, which they're on. Do you know what issue they're on right now? Is it 5?
It's going to be
6 or 7.
Yeah.
So they're about 7 issues deep into the new run, and I read the first couple. Out of all of them, Moonstone is the only one who really keeps her actual character traits that full out come out. I mean, she is. They are a good team now, whereas in before they were still bad but pretending to be good, and then kind of transitioned to being like, they almost like they were good. Yeah. But this, it's like they're good.
Yeah.
But Moonstone is still Moonstone. She still like has no hesitance of like maybe killing bad people.
Yep.
And so that's really cool to see. But so I really like that. But I didn't find that a lot with anybody else besides maybe, I mean, Fixer has the same kind of like mentality of being bad as well with Moonstone, but like Atlas, he's just like along for the ride.
Yeah. And that's what I was going to say too. Just looking, first of all, just the two covers side by side. I got the number one variant, so they did a take on that, which I thought was really cool. I will say that the launch of Thunderbolts this time around wasn't as big. And I was really disappointed about that because I'm a huge fan about variant covers the work, so I was like, oh man, I'm going to get a blank variant and get some bitchin' art done on it, and it wasn't available, so that was a shame. The interesting thing about Atlas, that you brought up is he really is just along for the ride. Like, I kind of remember him having a little more presence in the original line, but I think they all kind of did, because this was the WoW book. I mean, This was the reveal at the end, mic drop, oh my god. So it was...
this is a legendary run. It's Kurt Busiek, Mark Bagwell, our Bagley. When Mark Bagwell, I've said that before. He's a baseball player. Bagley, those guys were whipping these out, never late. And Bagley was on 2 books at this time, and still his perfect cartooning style is so perfect for comic books, which made the Thunderbolts run legendary and was able to go to 170 some issues. Where this one, it is kind of lost in the dark. You can tell that they gave them a side story in this new one, revolving all around, what's her name? Korrick.
Korbic, yeah.
Korbic.
Yeah.
Korbic is a sentient being that came from the Cosmic Cube.
Yeah.
And with this Corbett, she's a 4-year-old girl.
Yeah.
But she has, I guess, potentially endless powers, right? And so she can do whatever she wants, whenever she wants. She can change anything, do anything. And she really... You can tell that Marvel was like, okay, you guys have Korbic, you know, you're going to have to revolve your story around this. And this is this new left wing. I think Jim Zub, who does the writing, I always liked from Skull Kickers back in the day. He writes fun comics, and I agree that it is fun. It's like I laughed at different parts. There was funny jokes. It's a lighthearted book, which is great, but it definitely doesn't feel as the same as the Thunderbolts of the old in the same way, because the Thunderbolts of the old wasn't like kind of... I felt like it was more epic or more heavy or like, you know, like more... I don't know, the tone wasn't like kind of goofy at times. It was more like it took itself seriously.
Yeah.
Whereas this one, I don't know if it does or if they're just messing around. And having a little 4-year-old girl that can like do anything in the middle of your story.
Jar Jar Binks of the Marvel,
Yeah, but then again, she did fucking, spoiler alert, put 2 hands directly through Moonstone's chest and rip out the Moonstone and nearly killing Moonstone. So also, it's not like it's terrible because it's goofy, lighthearted, and then boom, and that is shocking and was fun. But I don't know if this is what you're saying, but I guess what I'm saying is it is not as good as the original Thunderbolts. Right. It doesn't carry the same weight that those ones did. Hopefully you can get there, and and if you're in for just like a fun superhero adventure,
it's worth it.
It's totally a good book still. Yeah. I mean, I literally did enjoy reading the issues that I read tonight.
I would agree with that. The original run is definitely superior. I highly recommend the earliest issues you can get your hands on, the better. Just getting that reveal issue as well. Like, dude, by the way, we're all supervillains. Bam.
Oh yeah,
that was cool. And their first reveal ever of saving the day is so campy. Citizen V is just so hokey with his lines, but that's the funniest part to me as a reader is they're totally making fun of heroes, but people are eating it up. Like, oh my gosh, this is the greatest thing ever. So I definitely recommend the original run highly. It's a lot of fun just to follow the characters through the years. But it's exciting at the same time to see it back on the shelf. So I am with Tom. I think it does have a lot of potential. But there's definitely some things that I hope change, like adding Songbird back into the book. She's a key character that I thoroughly enjoyed in the original run, Melissa Gold.
Sure.
So I hope to see her back in the pages as well. And of course, I miss my old Citizen V. I don't know what it is with me and patriotic dudes.
Yeah.
Iron Patriot, Citizen V.
Fake ass patriotic dudes.
I don't know, man. It's like.
But also, I mean, we should talk. We haven't even mentioned the leader of the new series is Bucky.
Yeah.
So Bucky is the new Citizen V, which Citizen V is not Citizen V, as everyone knows, and Bucky is Bucky, so we're not going to have that reveal. I mean, you know, he's the Winter Soldier. He's going to reveal Bucky. We all fucking know.
He did reveal some new hairstyles, though. Forgot about that.
I did. Okay, so we gotta bust this back out. So I think it was in the second one. I think it was. It was the second one. So I was just saying that the art in the new one. I hate to put this person down because it's not like the art is terrible, but you just think that maybe he just needs like a little more practice.
Tom said he's never welcome on the show.
That's not what I fucking said.
Twitter beef. Oh. We're at Sign a Comic Book Look if you want to throw shade.
Hashtag sorry not sorry. And so I have this is what the Winter Soldier looks like right here, right? I mean, first of all, these bangs and the way that the hair is, it's totally not good. And then we're not going to show this quite yet, but look at that spaghetti ramen noodle hair of Moonstone, also terrible.
Yep.
But then, so this is Winter Soldier, and somehow, this is what he looks like. 2 panels later, he looks like this, with Val Kilmer-esque feathered hair. I don't understand. How is that possible? How did he feather his hair so quickly? Move it all the way back and just such perfect. It was like they took a picture of Val Kilmer in 1991 and or Patrick Swayze, and then put fucking the shirt of the Winter Soldier on. I don't know. That wasn't very good. But I also don't want to put it down because it's not like it's terrible art in any way. And, at least...
It's just extreme.
Yeah, it just like, that was just a little silly. And... it took me away storytelling-wise. Storytelling is so important to me, so when something pops out at storytelling... Also, did you notice there was also something else that popped out, or like popped me out of the story? When I was reading along, and then I go to start reading again, and after I carefully look at the top, it does say advertisement, but I didn't fucking notice it. And it was a Luke Cage ad that is an actual comic book, like the old Hostess ads, tricking me into reading a couple panels.
What's he doing in here?
Yeah, I was like, what the... And then I advertisement, I'm like, God damn it, I would have just went right past you so I could have continued this.
Yep.
You tricking me, aren't you?
DC's been doing that a lot too. They have that Doomsday whatever Snickers ad.
Yeah.
Or whatever, so I'm in the middle of Batman. I'm like, what the fuck is going on, dude? Yeah, no, that's definitely a common thing, unfortunately.
That'll be fun though when we're...
So, yeah, I mean, I'm definitely
comics.
down to continue writing with the title. I'm excited to see where it goes from there.
Good.
But I am, fingers crossed, just hoping for some retribution for the book. I saw online that, Kirk Busiek's going to probably be involved with the book coming up in some capacity, so really, really excited about that.
That's awesome.
Because, going back to the roots, I think maybe he'll bring some life back to it, and I'll be like, yes! So, we'll see how it goes.
That's awesome, man.
But yeah, other than that, you guys, Thunderbolts, either run, check it out. My personal opinion, check out the older ones first. The earlier, the better, like I said. The earlier issues, just so you know, on mycomicshop.com, starting to raise up in price a little bit. So just be mindful of that. But if you see a run on eBay or something, issues 1 through 8, grab it.
Scoop that.
So, awesome. Well, that's all I had.
Well, shit, yeah, man. What a good episode. It's good to be back.
Hitting the books. We're
good to
hitting
be
the
back
books.
solo with you, talking about shit we know, Thunderbolts, and, it's great.
Yeah, saving the world. So, you guys, issue 150, thank you so much for rocking with us over the years. Half a decade plus more. That's crazy. We're getting old.
Obviously we are getting old as shit.
Yeah. But anyways, thank you guys for rocking with us. If any show ideas, books, topics, characters, or whatever, hit us up. A comicbooklook@gmail.com. Follow us on the Bluebird, Twitter, @comicbooklook, @John Deman, @Tom Stu Devine.
Yes, Tom Stu Devine. TomStewDevine. Yeah, definitely still alive. You also hit me up on Instagram. I'm constantly posting comics and video games and drawings and everything else that I do, and that's Tom Stu Devine. So, and if you just Google search Tom Stu Devine, you'll actually just find my profile at all the nerd sites that I go and post to. So,
nice.
Just do that if you want to fucking argue with me somewhere on the internet. I am down to fucking troll your ass.
Well, on that note, we're going to go and set sail here to the shining seas, but thank you guys again for rocking with us. Tom, John, classic dynamic duo, Batman and Robin. Blah! You guys keep it comics for sure, man. Boom. All right. That was gang-tacular.
John, no, I want to hug it for that one, brother. God, that was a good episode, man.